Hello, and it is sisterguard here, and we are here today with the testing phase for Arise Ragnarok crossover. I got invited to their pet testing phase, or shadow testing phase. So I'm going to kind of showcase some things that I saw that they're going to be having in the game, kind of talk to you a little bit about my experience, and hopefully show you some of the cool shadows that we found. So first of all, what did I get invited to? Well, Arise Ragnarok crossover is currently still in a pre-alpha state. It's in a testing state right now. So what that means is that what I got invited to was a very limited featured type thing. So we were only able to access our shadows and our settings during this playtest. So what we were allowed to do was basically beat up the shadows and Arise them. Now, if you've played Arise crossover, it's kind of the same. You beat them up, you hit E to Arise them. It was great. Took me a little bit to figure it out because there's no button, but I did let the devs know that 4 goblins later, I was able to get one. Now, one thing to note with the shadows that they have showcased with this is the shadows have little icons next to them. This is representative of the class that they are. So one thing they have talked about very publicly is that this will be an RPG style game. This will not be like Arise. There will be similar aspects. The shadows all had classes attached to them. Some of them had little assassins or melee from what I'm assuming. Some of them had range. Range sometimes was a bow or someone dealing fire damage. Now, one thing to note that does make this severely different than other games is the mobs fight back. They can damage you, they can damage your shadows. I only died a few times during the test, but it was pretty cool to watch and see. Now, you are given a weapon, but again, I was not told the button of this until after I'd done recording. So here's me attacking with the dagger. Oh boy. There will be weapons they have showcased. I've done a video on some of the sneak peeks for the weapons. You're more than welcome to go check that out. Now, with the abilities, they also had things like shields, which I'm assuming means like a tank. They also had emblems that are the medical cross. So I'm assuming we are either looking at healers or buffers. So they're going to help boost your team in some way, shape, or form as more of a utility. I hope in the future tests that we see, we kind of get to see what those abilities are. I was able to see one of the healers that we had in the game. And the AI for the healer actually was pretty good because it knew to stay out of combat. So I'm going to go ahead and give the devs big props for that because I know people that play RPG games that the healer can't stay out of combat. Now, some other things to note about the player abilities is we did actually have a dash. And you do actually disappear when you dash, so it's a little dashing teleport. I feel like if you played AC, it's a little bit better than that. There was a few interesting little monuments in the area that we were at. So here's our guild tower from AC. Unfortunately, the elevators do not work. However, it's good to see some throwbacks to some other parts of the game. Yes, I understand they're reused assets, but I still think it's pretty cool. The initial city that they spawned us in, I'm going to be frank, was actually pretty detailed and had some pretty interesting features in it. Probably my favorite was the permanent portal station that they had. This one's not usable, but it actually is just a cool little feature to see in the background. Now, one thing I do want to showcase right here for y'all is you can actually pull multiple enemies at the same time and they will attempt to attack you. I'm not too sure right now why the dev has them kind of backing up before attacking you, but I guess it's also them positioning to dodge. So the AI is actually, in my opinion, pretty smart because I've played other games where the enemies just run straight at you with no brain cells. Now, the last thing I want to go over is they actually had a portal for us to do. So the enemies inside were ants. So ants was another archetype. However, the image at the time when I was playing was not ready to go. The cave was really cool. It is super dark. So this is what the cave normally looks like, guys. I am going to brighten it up for y'all so that all of us can see. So it actually was a 3-tiered system where you had to clear the previous room in order to unlock the next, which I think is a really cool mechanic. So they are having dungeons for us. And then in the final room, there was a very, very tanky spider boss that I sat in the room and did nothing while they attacked it. I was not able to Arise it. I don't know if it was because it was stuck in a wall at the time, but there was that as well. Now we'll go ahead and showcase all the shadows that I found. So if you see someone that you recognize, go ahead and shout them out. Now, there was actually 2 types of werewolf models that we had in the game. We had this more brown wolf and we had a red wolf. And this is the ant model that they have. Now, I do know some of these models are being moved over from AC as well, but some of them aren't, and I do kind of like the effects they have on them. Now, plebs, I'm going to kindly ask you for one thing. Please make sure you have smash the like button, do the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me support me, and so that I can continue to give y'all some of these little testing first looks. Yes, this was a test, and this game is probably at least another month or two away from being in any state of public release. I'm super excited for it. This is honestly probably going to take over for AC. Well, I do know AC is going to continue to receive updates. In a better version. Yeah. I'm already very, very impressed. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions of what I've shared down below. And if you have any questions, I will try and answer them throughout the day tomorrow as I'm getting on and off. Now, I do want to just go through real quick the entire settings menu real quick before we leave, and just some interesting little things that I found. So we do have a cutscene, so they are going to have cutscenes much like they do in AC. They have shadow formation. This is actually cool because you can change how your shadows appear behind you. Let me go ahead and equip a few. I can give y'all an example. So we have formation. So this is where they're going to stack one behind each other in that little box pattern. But if we hit formation to arc, they're going to arc around you. So this is kind of what we're used to with a lot of simulators. If you don't like all of the shadows appearance, you can actually turn that off. And it kind of gives this little glowing thing around them. You can turn damage text on and off. We also can see that there's trade requests. So there will be trading in this game. We have global messages. So I don't know if that has to deal with a rare event, a dungeon, someone getting a super rare shadow. Don't know. We have graphics, where you can turn the graphics on and off so that you don't have to deal with the shadows. Shadow aura, you can completely turn off. So for those of you that run on a potato, y'all should be helped there. Shadow skill, you can turn that off. There is terrain destruction while they're doing stuff. I didn't really see too much while I was doing this, but there is shake screen. We're not going to go over that. We also have interface, so UI movement. So you see how the screen's kind of moving. You can go ahead and turn that off for those of you that don't like that. Self HUD just turns off my bar so you don't see it anymore. Enemy HUD, it also, you can do that as well. So if you only want to see them from far away or not at all. Let me get a little bit closer to this guy. So you can turn it off if you don't want to see it at all. And player HUD is for other players. That's all I got for y'all today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Please let me know again if you have any questions or comments down below. I will try and answer them. And if there's anything you're looking forward to that I did showcase today. So please let me know. And I'll see y'all next time.